Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulation with the Rudeman, and today we're in Africa. There's Mount Kilimanjaro over there, and we're going to do some sightseeing and we're going to look for some wildlife today. It's a very short flight and we're going to try to do it. This plane, I've got two planes I think that have water landing, and neither one of them is very powerful. I might have a little bit of trouble with power with this plane because I know that the route is going to take us right up to that mountain over there, but it goes pretty close, and that's pretty high up. And I tested it yesterday, and I had one devil of a time getting enough power to get this thing off and up there. Okay, first of all, we're gonna arm this standby battery. Now, I know a lot of people that don't use that. The first time I learned a little bit about this system, they used that because they didn't have the engine running, and they wanted to do a little bit of stuff. So I just automatically do it. If I was going to just start the engine, I wouldn't need to do that. All I have to do is just turn the master on and the avionics, and I'd have full power. So, but anyway, you can use that or not use that. Okay, that should give me all the power I need. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Now, this plane will land on water and land. And so you've got a control over here that I don't have in other planes. This is your landing gear, and it decides whether the gear is for land, where it's wheels, or pontoons. So I think what it does is if you're going to land on water...
System test. Okay.
Thank you. If you're going to land on water, it tucks the wheels up inside the pontoons or someplace above the pontoons. So the only problem I had with it is if you're a certain height off the ground, it keeps yelling at you that you've got either your landing gear is for land or your landing gear is for water, and it won't shut up. And there's a gear advisory here thing that you can click and turn it off, that warning. But 5 minutes later, it starts up again. So we'll see. I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong or whatever it is, but we'll deal with it. How about that? All right, so we're getting ready to take off. So we're going to do our beacon before we start the engine. I don't need the landing gear. We'll do the taxi, the nav, and the strobe. And then I think I've got plenty of power. Let's give it full mixture. And the flaps are up. Get some magneto here and start it. And there go the props, or the prop. I only have one. And then let's check, make sure I've got the fuel turned on. It's on both tanks. And I guess we're about ready to go. Look, pop the mixture out. It did that on its own. I didn't do it. I have a control button that I can, mix that with, but we'll deal with that later. There it is right there. So we'll just set it where it wanted it to be, and we'll call it good. All right, we're ready to take off. Let's talk to the tower. And then
Kilimanjaro Airport information, Echo 09er 00 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 9er. Sky condition clear. Temperature 15. Dew point 1 tree. Altimeter 29er decimal 9er 2. ILS runway 09er in use. Land.
All right, that's enough. We need to depart going north, I believe. Let's see. We're gonna do. Yeah, north is good. Let's do that.
Kilimanjaro ground, Ranger 159er, with Echo request taxi for takeoff north departure.
All right.
Ranger 159er taxi to and hold short of runway 27 using taxiway Alpha.
27
Contact tower on
Alpha.
119er.9er when ready.
All right. I just took the
Taxi
parking
to
brake
and hold
off,
short runway 27 via taxiway Alpha Ranger 159er.
and we're ready to go. And get ready for this thing over here to squawk. Again, this is the landing gear, and it's set for land, not water yet. But it'll start squawking at me to make sure that I know that it's set for land and not water. And there's a button right there that I need to turn off. Tends to come back on again, though, depending on stuff. Anyway, let's get on the road. Let's see, I'll put a flap down. And there's a truck out on the... Oh, man. Well, I'm going to kind of cut him off, because he's kind of in my road. Okay, so 27 is the strip I'm looking for, and I get to it by going on a taxiway. So I'm going to slow it down. The rudder, of course, steers the plane, and if you're going too fast on the ground, then it doesn't kind of turn. It just kind of wants to push its way straight, because that's where the power is telling it to go. I think this is the proper way. That sign that's to the left of me, I don't know if that's actually for me, or if that's just showing you, where the airport is from the sky. Okay, I'm going to pull up here and see if they talk to me.
Kilimanjaro Tower Ranger 159er ready at runway 27 departure to the north.
Ranger 159er altimeter 29er.9er, 2 wind calm north departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Okay, I'm going to hit the B button. I'm already showing
Cleared
29.
for takeoff runway 27 Ranger 159er.
I'm already showing 29.92 barometer. I'm going to hit the B just to make sure, and it's fine. So this is my route right here, and you can see the arrows going that way. So I'm going to have to get up in the air and turn, because I'm supposed to be going north-ish, and I'm going to be taking off east-ish. So here we go. Now, I am going to be having trouble with this plane. This plane has no power. Absolutely no power. And I have to go over a mountain range. And it's going to be a challenge. I'm gonna start to the left here, and I'm gonna keep climbing as long as I've got speed, because you've noticed my speed is dropping fast, and I'm only doing 60 knots, and I've got it full bore, and I've got to climb. I need to be up over 6,000 feet.
Ranger 159er continue for north departure.
Okay, I'm gonna put my flaps up.
Kilimanjaro Tower Ranger 159er continue for north departure.
And I'm going to put the landing gear up.
Ears
Okay.
up for water landing.
Gears up for water
Gears
landing.
up for water landing.
I know. Shut up. All right, so if you look here, that arrow,
Gears
that's
up for
my
water
route. But actually, it's right
Gears
there.
up for water
So I
landing.
need to go over there and bring that over.
Gears
Whoa,
up
whoa,
for
whoa,
water
whoa.
landing.
Trying
Gears
to
up for water landing.
hush. Okay, I'm only 3,500 feet. I need to climb, but I don't have any speed. I've only got 50 knots, 57. Okay, I'm starting to. If you nose down, you'll pick your speed up, and then when you get a chance, you bring it back up, and try to hold it. And see, it goes down really fast, and I've got full throttle, so this plane, it sucks. It's a nice plane, but it's got no power. All right, I'm getting close to my line there, so when that meets the other line, then I'm on the straight and narrow. And let's see if I can put an autopilot on now. Autopilot should take over, and let's hit the nav button. And there it goes. We're linked in to our route. That should come over. Come on, link up there. So we're doing good. And, oh wait, I need to turn my taxi lights off. Don't need those anymore. And let's enjoy the flight. Although I do need some altitude, so I need to do that now. Let's bring the altitude up to 6,300, and then give it a little bit of up. Vertical speed up. I can't go too high because I don't have my speed. It's going to affect my speed. So I'll try to slowly climb. See, it's coming down. It's going down. But I still am climbing a little bit. So let's see how we do with that. If I can keep climbing and keep about 70 to 80 speed, I'll be okay.
Ranger 159er, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
It's not climbing very
Kilimanjaro
fast.
Tower Ranger 159er frequency change. Approach Ranger 159er is type Cessna Skyhawk 5 miles northwest of Kilimanjaro, 4,800 feet. Request flight following.
Ranger 159er approach. Squawk 5155.
Okay, now you noticed it said I was
Squawk
5 miles from
5155
Kilimanjaro.
Ranger 159er.
It's not talking about the mountain, it's talking
Ranger
about the airport.
159er radar contact 5 miles northwest of Kilimanjaro, 4,900 feet.
Yeah, see, they're talking about
Altimeter
Kilimanjaro
29
Airport.
decimal 92.
Roger Ranger 159er.
Now, they're reminding me about the barometric pressure. I did already check that, and we're set where we're supposed to be. But see, we're getting into this mountain range. That's what I was telling you. I needed to climb, and I still do. At least another 1,000 foot. And then our route is going to take us onto the left side of that mountain right there. And so that's going to be tough. But we're a solid 88 knots and we're still climbing, slow but sure. Good job. So here we are, we're in Africa. A lot of country. Now the landing gear, you see it right there. It tucks up into the pontoon. And then those wheels there, they were about down here, and they move up. Interesting. What's really going to be interesting is I've never flown a plane that has pontoons on it, and that means I've never landed on water. This is going to be an experience, and I don't know if I'm ready for it. And there's some green jungle there. Isn't that interesting that this flat land is not so green? What makes that so green? Where's it getting the water to make it that green? Interesting. Curious. Kingori. I don't know what that means. Yeah, we made it 6,300 feet, but boy, that looks like a meteor crater, doesn't it? A little bit. What is that? Did that get a meteor strike at some point in time? I think that brown spot is a shadow from something. No, maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea. I thought that was a cloud. What do I know? Okay, so we're gonna fly. Like I told you, we're gonna go to the left of that mountain. But we've got to stop. And I think that's where we're stopping. So I may have to come down. Yeah. I think that's where we're stopping. I may have to drop down here. I may take cruise control off, get back in cockpit, and we're gonna come down because I think I need to land. So let me cut the speed. Now I've got speed because I'm nosing down. But I'm going to put a flap down. I got to slow down. This is going to be...
Arusha National Park covers Mount Meru, a prominent volcano with an elevation of 4,566 meters in the Arusha region of northeastern Tanzania. The park is small but varied with spectacular landscapes in 3 distinct areas. In the west, the Meru crater funnels the Jekokamia River. The peak of Mount Meru lies on its rim. Nigodoto crater in the southeast is grassland. The shallow alkaline Momella lakes in the northeast have varying algal colors and are known for their wading birds. Mount Meru is the second highest peak in Tanzania after Mount Kilimanjaro, which is just 60 kilometers away and forms a backdrop to views from the park to the east. Arusha National Park lies on a 300-kilometer axis of Africa's most famous national parks, running from Serengeti and Gargara crater in the west to Kilimanjaro National Park in the east. The park is just a few kilometers northeast of Arusha, though the main gate is 25 kilometers east of the city. It is also 58 kilometers from Moshi and 35 kilometers from Kilimanjaro International Airport.
Okay, let's slow this thing down. Okay, so that landing wasn't bad. That was okay. And so I think I've stopped, I think. All right, so I have stopped. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my drone around. So I don't want this plane... I can't tell that the water's moving. Are we moving? I think we are. I'm gonna shut this thing down. Okay, let's just sit here for a minute. I'm gonna take my drone out and we're gonna go sightseeing. So let's see, camera. Grab the camera. And we're going to go into showcase. That'll get my drone up. All right, so look at the birds. Look at that. I'm glad we didn't hit those coming down. Are those flamingos? So I tell you what I'm gonna do. There's a building over there. Look at the hippos. Oh my gosh. There's more. Almost got hit by a bird. There's a dock over here, but the problem is, no, maybe there's not. I thought there was. Huh, I thought there was a dock here, but maybe not. Well, it's a good thing I stopped where I did then. Okay, so let's see what other animals. Is that an elephant over there? Fire drone over there. There's the dock. But the problem is coming into it, and then what do you do with the plane? I think I would have to put the wheels down and then get it turned around somehow and then back in the water. And I didn't want to have to mess with that, so I left the plane, decided I'd come out with the drone. But there, look at that. Oh, there's a baby elephant. Oh, isn't that sweet? Hey, baby. Don't call me Dumbo. Mama looks happy. Look at those flamingos. Oh, giraffes. We got giraffes. You need to get and top those trees off. Somebody is. Do we have any other kind of wildlife? Oh, this is so cool. My first time to Africa at my age. Isn't that something? It's about as close as I'm ever going to get. Let's put it that way. All right. I don't want to lose my drone, so I don't want to go too far away. But I wanted to see the rest of this water works here. We got some kind of buildings, outhouses, buildings. People live out here, I suppose. People that take care of the reserve. Well, all right. I promised this to be an hour long, so I need to get back to the plane. I don't see any more animals. But man, that was sweet. You want to see something exciting? Watch nature shows about hippos. They are nasty animals. They're vicious. They're killers, man. All right, we got our drone back. So let's get back in, put our drone away. All right, let's get this machine started up again. Oh shoot, I left the auxiliary on. Silly me. All right, let's see. We got nav lights, strobe lights, and beacon. I don't think that I need to worry about the taxi lights. I'm not on an air strip. Let's see if we can get our plane started. All right, now let's get this thing turned around. I need a little bit more water to take off. Let's move around. I think we're going in the opposite direction. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't turn my Garmin back on. There we go.
Gears up for water landing.
What?
Gears up for water landing. Gears up for water landing.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Gears up for water landing.
I think it's just giving me a warning.
Gears up for water landing. Gears up for water landing.
Okay, let's see if we can get back on track here. Do I have enough water to get off the ground? All right, let's give it some flaps. And I think I do. Let's hit it hard. I don't want to run over those hippos. Come on, up off the water, get up. See if we can get back on course.
Gears up for water landing.
That was ugly.
Gears up for water landing. Gears up for water landing. Gears up for water landing.
Okay, we got to get some speed up, so let me nose down a little bit, come back up. Did that thing finally shut up? No.
Gears up for water landing.
Okay, now it wants me to go right directly towards that mountain, so I'm going to go off to the side here, see if I can get some elevation going. Put the flaps up. And I'm going to follow my route as close as I can without getting too close to the mountain. I just don't have enough power to get up there.
Gears up for water landing.
Okay, now I need to check.
Gears up for water landing.
What is my gear doing? Okay, so the gear's tucked up. I don't think there's a problem. What if I... What did that do? Let's see what that did. Okay, that's putting the landing gear down.
Gears down for runway landing.
So let's put that landing gear back up.
Gears down for runway landing.
Stall. Stall. Stall.
All right. We'll deal with it. Let's see if we can get some altitude. We're at 5,800. That's not too bad. We're only doing 54 knots, so that's not good. And we need to get back on course, which is that way.
Gears up
Wow,
for
we
water
really got
landing.
far off course. Oh, man, would you shut up? Okay, we need to get back on our course. I'm going to keep climbing a little bit. We're at 6,000, so that's
Gears up for
actually
water landing.
pretty decent.
Gears
But
up
I'm
for
not-
water landing.
I'm not close to my
Gears up for water
my
landing.
course, to my flight
Gears up
plan.
for water landing. Gears up for water landing. Gears up for water landing. Gears up for water landing.
Hush up. $6,300, and I still need to get over, but I want to get around these mountains first. And I'm only doing 64 knots, and I've got it full bore. Throttle is full on. And I don't think my flaps are down. Nope, flaps are up.
Gears up for water landing.
Yeah. We're dropping speed again. I had to nose down a little bit. Give me some speed. Climb back up. All right, 60, 61.
Gears up for water landing. Gears up for water landing.
That really is irritating, that gears
Gears
up
up for
business.
water
And the only way I can stop it
Gears up for water landing.
is to push that button.
Gears up
But it
for
comes
water
right back down. Oh my God, we're down to 40 knots.
landing. Gears up for water
I
landing.
got to nose down a little bit.
Gears up for water landing. Gears up for water landing. Gears up for water
I
landing.
really think the problem is that I can't get high
Gears
enough
up
off
for
the damn
water
ground because of this mountain. It thinks I'm coming down and I need to put the gear down. Oh,
Gears up for water landing.
all right, we got a problem.
Gears up for water landing.
Nose down, get some speed. Make that shut up. Keep the speed up. Get over this hill here. I'm almost at 7,000 feet. But I've got to keep the speed up, and I've got to clear this hill right here. Oh boy. Let me come down. Nose down a little bit.
500.
Get a little bit more speed. And then see if I can climb a little more. Let me get over this way just a hair. Yeah, this is terrible. Now, I saw someplace where, I have no idea where in the hell to fly. So I look for things online. And there were other people that took this trip. And 3 of them said, yeah, you need a better plane. Because, and the problem is this is the only one I've got. I just started playing the game. I haven't been interested in putting hundreds of dollars in the game, buying planes that I don't have until I get to the point where, this is more of a hobby than a game, and I don't mind putting a little bit of money in it. But some of these planes are, $40, $50 a piece. And so I'm trying to make do with what the game has to provide until such time as I get a little bit better at it. All right, I think I'm going to be okay. We're at 80 knots now, and we're over 7,000. So I need to, again, get back on my route, which is that way, where the higher hills are. Head for the hills!
Ranger 159er, contact DAR Center on 119er decimal tree. Good day.
119er decimal tree
Yeah,
for
good day
Ranger
to you too.
159er. DAR Center Ranger 159er, 7,400 feet.
Ranger 159er, DAR, center altimeter 29er, decimal 9er 2. Continue as planned.
Okay, where you are getting closer to where I can throw the autopilot back on again and stay on track. Now, I can still keep flying it. That's not a problem. The problem is it's harder to fly where I can see and rubberneck and see everything and not have to worry about the plane going down. That's why I like to use the autopilot, put it on a course, and that allows me to do a little tourist stuff. All right, as you can see, I can probably put the autopilot back on and hit the nav key, and it should put me back in line where I can get out and do a little sightseeing. It is a pretty mountain, and we missed the big one. Let me see if I can still get that.
Mount Meru is a dormant stratovolcano located 70 kilometers west of Mount Kilimanjaro in the country of Tanzania. At a height of 4,562.13 meters, it is visible from Mount Kilimanjaro on a clear day and is the 5th highest mountain in Africa, dependent on definition. Mount Meru is located just north of the city of Arusha, in the Arusha region
Ranger
of Tanzania.
159er,
It is the second highest mountain in Tanzania, after Mount Kilimanjaro. The Momella route, which starts at
Going to
Momella Gate
120
on the
decimal
eastern
1
side of the
Ranger
mountain,
159er.
is used to climb Mount Meru.
Approach
Much of its
Ranger
bulk was lost
159er,
about
7,000 feet.
7,800 years ago due to a summit
Ranger
collapse.
159er,
Mount Meru
approach
most
altimeter
recently had a
29er,
minor
decimal
eruption
9er
in
2.
1910.
Continue as
The
planned.
several small cones and craters seen in the vicinity probably reflect numerous episodes of volcanic activity. Mount Meru's caldera is 2.2 miles wide. Mount Meru is the topographic centerpiece of Arusha National Park. Its fertile slopes rise above the surrounding savanna and support a forest that hosts diverse wildlife, including nearly 400 species of birds, and also monkeys and leopards.
All right, so I got off course again because I wanted to get closer to that volcano that she was talking about. So let's get back on course. You know, if you're not paying attention, you can get off course so bad and so fast.
Ranger 159er, contact DAR Center on 119er decimal tree. Good day.
Going to 119er decimal tree Ranger 159er. DAR Center Ranger 159er, 6,600 feet.
Ranger 159er,
we're
DAR,
dropping a
center
little bit.
altimeter 29er, decimal 9er 2. Continue as planned.
All right, we are continuing as planned. Yeah, that's the last thing we want to do is crash in the middle of Africa. I don't foresee myself becoming Tarzan and being raised by apes. Really wants me to get back up in those mountains, doesn't it? Now, these flights are supposed to be tours, but like I said, with what happens to me and, you know, the way I'm trying to learn how to fly and no experience,
500.
it becomes an adventure. Got some civilization below us there. Okay, we're coming up. I might as well not even worry about the autopilot because we're coming up to our destination pretty quick. Some big houses down there. Look, it's civilization. People living right on the river. Amazing.
Gears up for water landing.
You're not going to be water landing. Don't be concerned. We're not water landing. Okay, I think I need to start coming down. So let's slowly do it while I've got plenty of flying space to come down. So I'm dropping the nose, which means I'm going to cut the throttle back. I don't want to get too fast. Yeah, I saw strips down there. I think that's our airport. Up ahead. And I'm not talking about those dirt tracks. I think the airport, I think I can see it. We need to be over to the left a little bit and then straighten out. Maybe. Yeah, it says we're over it. Did I miss it? Did I miss the airport? Oh, that's weird. I don't see it. Maybe it was that dirt track. All right, hang on. I'm going to get up and take a look here. Did I miss the airport? I don't see it.
Here's up for water landing. Here's up for water
I'm lost, man.
Here's up for water landing.
Because according to this map, let me go down.
Here's up for water
It's
landing.
it's behind me.
Here's up for water
Okay,
landing.
it's behind me.
Here's up
I
for
had that
water
damn
landing.
map.
Stall.
Whoa!
Stall. Stall. Stall.
Here's up for water landing.
Stall.
Here's up for water landing. Here's up for water landing.
Okay.
Here's
Shut
up for water
up.
landing. Here's up for water landing.
Okay.
Here's up for water landing.
No, come on. I've got it full
Here's
throttle,
Up for water landing.
Stall.
and I can barely do 40 knots.
Stall. 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 Stall.
Here's up for water landing.
Stall.
Here's up for water landing. Here's up for water
Oh, is that
landing.
it right there? It's right there. How did I miss that? Okay, this is going to be no fun. This is not fun.
Gears down for runway landing. Gears down for runway
Thank
landing.
God.
Gears down for runway landing. Gears down for
Gears
runway
down
landing.
for runway landing. Thank you.
Gears down for
Oh
runway
my
landing.
goodness. That was kind of scary.
Gears down for runway landing.
That was not good.
Gears down for runway landing.
Don't try this at home. I'm a professional.
Gears down for runway landing. Gears down for runway landing. Gears
Okay,
down for
I
runway
can't. I'm
landing.
steering here. I can't shut him up.
Gears down for runway landing. 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 Gears down for
I
runway
gotta shut
landing.
him up. Quiet. Okay, well, we made it down safe. Can you believe it? I, for one, cannot. I don't know how I did that. And, you know, I'm practicing and not recording, and I don't have that much trouble. You know, I don't have any pretty landings per se, but they weren't like that. All right, brakes on. Ah. So, hey, we made it down. What a trip, huh? Got to see a little scenery, and we got to see some animals. Turn the magnetos off. Shut everything down. There we go. We're here. We're alive. Oh my God. If I do this again, I need a more powerful plane. That just That was terrible. I mean, it's a fun little plane, but my goodness, I couldn't keep it in the air. Anyway, I hope you had fun. We got to see Africa. We got to see hippos and giraffes and elephants and a little Dumbo baby and some beautiful scenery. And we didn't crash. We came close. But hey, I did pretty good on the water landing, didn't I? Anyway, hope you had fun. Hope to see you in the next one. Ta-ta for now.